In this tutorial, we are going to show you examples of problems where the root cause was in the spiritual dimension. SSRF has studied hundreds of cases where the root cause was spiritual in nature, and the problems only went away after they were diagnosed and treated at a spiritual level. Spiritual diagnosis can only be done through the sixth sense or extrasensory perception. The case studies we are going to show you are examples of real-life problems of people where we found that the root cause was in the spiritual dimension. Only by applying the correct spiritual remedy did the problems finally go away. The section, the cause, and the remedy is typical of the diagnosis and remedies suggested by modern sciences. However, in the blue bar below, we provide the actual root cause in the spiritual dimension. In some of the cases of marital disharmony that the SSRF spiritual research team studied through their highly advanced sixth sense, it was found that the spiritual root cause was distress due to ancestors who have passed away. By causing a family pain, departed ancestors try to attract the attention of their descendants so that they can do something spiritually to help their ancestors in their afterlife. Here we had a case of recurrent chest pain that was not being alleviated through medical sciences despite consulting many cardiologists. The spiritual root cause that was there was due to a block in the spiritual energy flow system in the body. The blockage was due to basically lack of spiritual practice. Once the person started spiritual practice, the problem went away almost immediately. In this case, we found that a factory owner suffered unexplainable losses in business despite best efforts. The spiritual root cause was due to distressing energies in the factory premise. In any enclosed space, there is a subtle energy that resides in it. Now, depending on the architecture and the placement of furniture and machinery, negative and distressing vibrations can be generated. This was the case with the factory premise, which in turn resulted in lack of efficiency and discord amongst workers. Spiritual research has shown that in 96% of cases of addiction, the root cause is actually possession by a spirit or a ghost of an addict. Life seems sometimes unfair when we hear stories of children becoming orphans. Destiny is a powerful factor in deciding our lives. It is that part of our lives which is not under our control. In fact, all the major events of our life, such as birth, death, marriage, and major accidents, are predestined or preordained. In this little girl's case that we studied, it was her destiny to lose her parents. We will cover destiny in a little more detail in subsequent tutorials. At the level of society, when there's a rampant degradation in righteousness, it shows up in the behavior of our children. Violence in schools is just one manifestation of this. Sri Adi Shankaracharya, who was a great spiritual master, defined righteousness as that which accomplishes the three tasks of keeping the social system in an excellent condition, bringing about the worldly progress of every living being, and causing progress in the spiritual realm as well. When we put on the news today, it is filled with attacks on humanity, natural disasters, climate change, floods, earthquakes, and pandemics. The root cause for this drastic rise is in reality in the spiritual realm. When there is a rise in the Rajatama components in the world, it is like the accumulation of dust and dirt in your house. Increase in natural disasters, pandemics, and wars are nature's way of spiritually cleansing the planet. This has been explained in detail in our article on the reason behind the increasing intensity of natural disasters, which can be found under our spiritual science section. So in summary, the key points to take away from this tutorial are: up to 80% of our problems in life have their root cause in the spiritual realm. Forces from the spiritual dimension influence and impact all aspects of our life. A problem which has its root cause in the spiritual dimension can only be overcome by spiritual healing remedies. On our website, we have a number of case studies where the root cause has been in the spiritual dimension and which have been overcome by spiritual remedies alone. In the next tutorial, we will discuss the various root causes of difficulties in life that have their root cause in the spiritual dimension. That's all for this presentation. Thank you for watching.